All right, my tubers, we're back for some more drafting on Arena. Oh my god, look at that, Mythic. We are going to do a flashback of these Kami War, or rather, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty drafts, and what better way than to open a freaking Kami War. This was not scripted. We just jumped into the draft. First flashback I've done of this format, and lo and behold, we opened my favorite card, or the one that is the most fun. It's all 5 colors, clearly, and my god, is it extremely powerful. So this was one of my favorite draft formats in a long time. Definitely preferred it over anything we've had recently. And yeah, this is going to be a fun start. So lots of things you can do in this format. What are we passing in along here? We're passing a Naturalist, which is good. Oath is good. Skyscraper's good. Ninjas obviously were great. Voltage Surge. A lot of things you could do in this format. I am not going to pass a Kami War. That card is just a little bit too spicy for me. And now we have a lot of good choices. Okay, so ton of different routes you can go in this format, like I was saying. Gloom Shrieker, fantastic, especially with all the, like the ninjutsus and stuff, or ways to bounce it like the Geothermal Kami I'll scroll down to in a little bit here. But good value, gets a card from the graveyard, 2/1 Menace by itself. Another Oath, this was a surprise sleeper common in this format if you've not played this format a bunch or you've forgotten already. 6 mana for 3 2/2s doesn't seem like much, but surprisingly it is, and then you also get to scry 3, so good ability there. Fantastic 2-drop in the form of the Bamboo Grove Archer, just a huge blocker for the early game. And then that Geothermal Kami I was talking about to rebuy a lot of your valuable enchantments. Ton of enchantment creatures in the format. Like I mentioned, the Gloom Shrieker already, so what do we want to take here? Gloom Shrieker, Kami, Archer, or Oath? I think I actually like second picking this Bamboo Grove Archer here, just so that we can buy time to the Kami War. If we're going to do the fun route, I think I want to buy time, so let's do that. Oh man, Brilliant Restoration's another super fun card in this format. 7 mana is a lot, quad white is a lot as well, but again, there are a ton of enchantments in this format, and even some artifacts. So you can do some good stuff here. Let's go for fun, why not? Let's build around it. We're going to have to start taking like cards like Grafted Growth a little bit higher than you would normally, I think, as this is decent fixing. This is good fixing for Brilliant Restoration, not the greatest of fixing for Kami War, as it's not 2 of any color, it's 2 of 1 color, so a little bit awkward there, but still going to take that early, I think. Nice pickup of a Kami's Flare or a Spirited Companion. A bunch of fixers in the format too, so could potentially get a lot of lands, but I think here Spirited Companion or Kami's Flare are better. I'm going to go with the Companion because it's better with the Brilliant Restoration. Into Blossoming Sands here. Shrine Steward's pretty good. Already grabs the Grafted Growth. Terminal's good fixing. Air of Enlightenment's nice. Fantastic pack. I'll just take the Blossoming Sands here, I think. Okay, we'll take the Golden Tail Disciple now over the Shrine Steward. This is a card that you can pick up pretty late, and this is an enchantment creature that can just buy us some time with the lifelink. Another Bamboo Grove Archer here, I think. Wow, good pack though. Fade into Antiquity, always main deckable. Lots of good targets for it. Completion, pretty good removal. Voltage Surge here, and Silver Fur Master for the Ninja deck, but Grove Archer is exactly what we're looking for. This is a fun little start. Let's see, what other fixers were there in this format? We saw the Network Terminal. There weren't like treasures, were there? I don't think so. There were all the lands. Kind of a late specialist, but we're going to take this Rato Sentinel. Sometimes you can end up decking yourself in this format, and so having access to a card like Sentinel, awkwardly pretty good. And this does have synergy, right? Target player mills 3 cards. We can mill cards for our Brilliant Restoration, for example. Is indeed another artifact as well. In fact, if you look at our deck so far, all of these cards are artifacts and enchantments, so kind of spicy already. Love it. As I was saying, what other fixing is there? The terminal, the grafted growths, all the dual lands. What else? There had to be some more fixing, I can't recall now. Because clearly we're going to want to end up splashing double blue for Behold the Unspeakable, if you remember that enchantment. Another one of the sagas. Gives your opponent's creatures -2/-0, and then it draws cards, and then it turns into a fat flyer. Gloomstreaker Wield? I guess so did the Geothermal Kami, though, and I think the Geothermal's just better for us. This gives you a lot of life, too, and like bouncing the Kami is pretty funny, but just bouncing like Spirited Companion or Bamboo Grove Archer, gaining 3 life is oftentimes good enough. None of these cards are things we want. That was a really good first pack. We are having fun. A little bit of fun here and there. Yep. Alright, so not expecting to get anything back on the wheel. Maybe if we get very lucky, the Uncharted Haven, or whatever it's called, or the Windscarred Crag could somehow come back around, although that seems pretty unlikely. Yeah, just a bunch of garbage. But as far as first packs are concerned, that was a great set of pickups for us. Suppose I don't have much removal now, but should be okay. So exile an non-land permanent opponent controls, and then bounce up to one other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, then each opponent discards a card. So you can bounce your own cards with the Kami War's second trigger, and then the opponent still has to discard. Then the third mode, it turns into the Okagachi. Just a very, very large flyer. Okay. And nothing. Alright, pack 2. What do we get? Invoke the Winds. Love it, but we're not taking it. Reliquary is pretty solid. I do like Modern Age quite a bit. Another one of those cheap sagas that doesn't look as good as you would think, but it has a lot of utility. If you're looking for land, it digs you for land, and it does that two times, and then it flips into a 2/3 flyer, so just a good one there. I think I like taking the Oath here over, say, Intervention or the Jungle Hollow. I want to make sure I get at least one of these. We passed a few in pack 1, so let's take that now, just in case people know that's too good. There is a Tales of Master Seshiro here, which is just okay in this deck, but I would bet it's a better pickup than a second pick Uncharted Haven. That seems fine. Life of Toshiro Umezawa. This was one of the best uncommons of the format, if you don't recall, or again, you haven't played this format at all. So brutal, and it's not even necessary on turn 2, although obviously if you have it on turn 2, it's the nuts, especially if you're killing a creature, but baseline, you can just gain 2 life, otherwise you can pump a creature if you're getting aggro, or you can kill something with -1/-1, and then it turns into a 2/3. This card was very good. Another Kami, Bloodfell Caves, and a Repel the Vile, all decent. I do not mind splashing for Life of Toshiro. Pretty weak pack here. Safekeeping is a good trick, but we could just take another Golden Tail Disciple. I think that's probably the play. Just some more lifelink stabilization. It's good with the Tales of Master Seshiro anyways. Actually, we have a couple ways. Grafted Growth can also pump them up. I should start taking fixing a little bit higher now. I've passed a few lands already. So we want to make sure we can get good fixing for the Kami War here. I think these are ranked, right? I believe Magic Arena is doing a bunch of flashback drafts for the next coming weeks throughout the month of August. I know one of their cubes is coming back, so that's something to look forward to as well. Terrarium is okay fixing. That works well if we end up picking up the, what do you call it? The network terminal that gives you an artifact to tap and loot with. Containment Construct's surprisingly good, especially with cards like the Modern Age. This was just one of the best Samurai cards you could pick up. This was one of the few reasons you would want to go Samurai. We could just take like the Jukai Trainee, which is a good early blocker. Highest upside play is probably just taking Construct. But like I said, I probably need to take the fixing a little bit higher, so let's take the Terrarium here. We'll get the Modern Age now over the Third Disciple, I think. There's a late Kami Flare. Commune with Spirits is okay. Digs for land and it digs for an enchantment. That seems good enough. Thornwood Falls, that was a nice pickup. Like I said, we needed to get some fixing. I guess I'm probably not going to end up splashing the Modern Age, am I? Yeah, Jungle Hollow here, too important. Blue seems like it's flowing. Like, if I had moved into ninjas, we would have had a really strong ninja deck, but this is clearly a little bit more fun. So, we've only seen the one grafted growth, which is kind of concerning. Let's check our artifact and creature count. We have 10 enchantments. Sorry, artifact and enchantment count. 10 enchantments, 2 artifacts, so restoration does indeed look good here. I apologize over, well, in the coming weeks, I should say, as we get a late Prosperous Thief. Again, the ninja deck looking like it's flowing. On my stream, I'm sure many of you aware, are doing the Kaizo Ironmon Challenge, and I've decided to not shave until I... Damn, super late blue cards. I've decided to not shave until I beat it, so if I start looking a little bit scraggly, that's the reason why. Yeah, blue was super open here. That's too bad. Oh well, we've made our bed. We are going to sleep in it as we open one of the best rares. This is a card that is just making... I mean, it's been in the formats now for a while, but it was making waves in basically every constructed format it was legal in. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. This is splashable. This is way too good. Oh, you know what? We haven't even gotten any Tanukis. Tanuki's just a great win con. Plus a way for us to fix, and it's really good with the Brilliant Restoration because of the channel. But anyways, we're going to take the Fable here. Card is too spicy. I don't mind splashing for red. Teachings of the Kirin. Is there fixing here instead? This card is another good card, but I don't think we want it. Michiko's Reign of Truth, another fantastic card. Another Oath, another Grove Archer. Gosh, I almost feel like the Michiko's Reign of Truth is better for our particular deck than the Teaching of the Kirin is. I think this is right. This card turns into a fat creature by itself, and again, with like our life linkers, that can help bolster our life total. Satsuki. Put a lore counter on each saga you control. Activate only as a sorcery. When this dies, return target saga. Okay, that's fine. I mean, there's nothing else here anyways. Fixing's really bad. Still need more fixing for this Kami War. Fixing? There's a Generous Visitor here and a Fall of Lord Kanda. I mean, I have 12 enchantments, so I guess I'm supposed to take Generous Visitor over, like, Wanderer's Intervention, too. There's another Grafted Growth. Yeah, we're gonna have to take that. Looks like we're probably not splashing Life of Toshiro. Another Geothermal Kami, another Prosperous Thief. I guess the Thieves can make treasure. If we wanted to go that route. But I feel like taking another Geothermal is probably correct. I feel like we just didn't see much fixing. Man. That's too bad. Blue was just super open as well. Blue was flowing hardcore. This is a sad draft. Tried to go for fun, but it doesn't look like it's going to work out. That is to say, splashing the Kami War doesn't seem like it's something that's going to be doable here. I'm probably going to still try to, but I don't like the direction we've ended up in. I mean, I guess we're just not going to splash those blue cards. So green, white, splashing red plus black, blue. Maybe you could still get the Life of Toshiro in. Another Bamboo Growth Archer, another Imperial Oath. Alright, I mean, Oath is another win con. I'm probably still going to try to get this Kami War in the deck, but... yeah, man, the fixing we got was not good. We saw that, like, one network terminal in pack 1. I don't think we saw any others. I know I passed a decent number of, like, the dual lands and stuff, but... if I had taken that second Prosperous Thief, I could see a world where... geez, these wheels. I could see a world where, playing the blue was just better. I mean... the blue deck we passed was kind of crazy, but oh well. No fixing again, darn it. Probably going to end up playing that Intervention. So we're going to cut the Sentinel here, I guess. Is this Satsuki good enough? Doesn't look like it. And then maybe 17 lands, call it like that. Alright, well, I think that's our deck. Green, white, splashing, black, red, and a little bit of blue for that Kami War. So I'll run one of each basic for terrarium purposes, but we're going to go mainline heavy green, white. And the Brilliant Restoration does look awkward, but with the double grafted growth, it should be okay to cast. Not going to call this deck good, because it's not, but again, going for fun. So one island, one swamp, one mountain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forests. 5 forests gives us 8 green sources, that's 7 white sources. That looks right. Alright. Looks fun. Might not be good, but looks fun. And once again, I am going to disappear, and when I come back, wardrobe change. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll wear another white shirt. But stay tuned. We'll go to round 1 here of this flashback of the Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Thanks for watching. Huzzah! We're going into round 1. Color change. Color change. It happened. Alright. I am back from my adventures and the gym. And yeah, we've got a Kami War deck here in Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. On the draw with a pretty nice looking hand, all things considered. 3, 4 of our colors already towards the Kami War. As the Go Shintai of Boundless Vigor here on turn 2. This is one of the shrines. Good one that starts getting larger. I think for us here... We're gonna hold on to this Michiko's Reign of Truth, and I think start pumping up our Golden Tail Disciple. We have a good curve out. Alright, looks like they're gonna just pump their shrine, that's fine. Yeah, let's go Golden Tail this turn. Next turn we can go Grafted Growth plus Michiko's Reign of Truth, attack for a ton of lifelink damage. Or not. Now... now we're a little bit worse off. Need to find some of our Imperial Oaths or something. Shrine is already a little bit of an issue. Let's see here. I guess I'm going to play out the terrarium on red and just play out the Michikos, since we don't need the grafted growth quite yet. Alright, they both have an artifact and enchantment, so the Kami of Terrible Secrets is going to draw them a card and gain them life. They're flooding out a slight little bit here, but that's not the end of the world. We're going to go ahead and just run out the Tales of Master Sashiro, as much as it sucks. Our Michiko's flips next turn. Our Tails will flip the turn after. Obviously, we're super far behind. So I take 7, I go to 8. Hope they don't have another decent follow-up. They did. Yeah, alright, we're dead. Feels dead. That was actually a good draw. So there's no way that I can put the 1/1 counter on the Michikos. The creature has to be on the battlefield already for the saga to trigger on it. Notably. I mean, we're not in the worst position. This Portrait of Michiko with the Tamio safekeeping we drew is pretty solid, honestly, and the Tales of Master Sashiro is going to flip into a 5/5 here next turn. Wow. That's insane. This card is usually pretty weak in this format, but it is one of Black's few ways to deal with an enchantment, and it didn't target. So, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're just dead. Okay, that was a massive beating. Yikes. Yeah, and off to game 2 we go. Let's do better. Okay, on to game number 2 after that thorough beating. Needed to draw some of our, Bamboo Grove Archers, there they are. On the draw here again, but this hand's fine. Can't cast our Disciple, but that's not the biggest issue. Turn 1 Reinforced Ronin, yeah. Aggro red decks in this format are quite powerful if you can get the correct pieces. Fortunately for us, the Grove Archer and the... Actually, all of our cards in our hand are very good versus the red aggro decks, so... Let's see if we can set up. Perfect. Turn 2 3/3 into turn 3 2/3 lifelink, into turn 4 4/3 that gains some life. Not bad. Dragonfly Suit. Not a problem. Our Grove Archer does have reach after all. Alright, I mean, we already have access to 4 different colors. Black, white, blue, and then another green after I play the forest, and then with the grafted growth. This could be a very fast Kami War if we draw it. Or a samurai or warrior you control. Yep, so they just look like red-white aggro for sure. Other planes. So we want to put the grafted growth on the forest because we have so many extra forests in our deck. You always want to put a grafted growth on your most abundant type. So since we have a bunch of forests and a bunch of plains, those are our best hits for them. Oh, they might have a Kami Flare here. Oh, sure, Seismic Wave. X2. Not a big deal. Next turn we get to play the Imperial Oath out. We can even rebuy the Grafted Growth with the Geothermal Kami if we want to get some extra life and an additional 1/1 counter. Okay, easy trade for us. Perfect. And then once we resolve this oath, they have nothing going on, really. Let's look for the Kami War. Ooh, these are all pretty good too. Okay. Wow, these are great. Yeah, let's draw all of those. So the Fable on the second mode can pitch 2 of my cards that we can get back with Brilliant Restoration on the following turn. Alright, easy block. Imperial Oath already more valuable. What I could also do actually is, for example, Fable of the Mirror Breaker here and then bounce the Fable and replay it on a later turn. It's also a fine consideration. Yeah, that's probably good. I think that's nice. I guess I didn't need to top this Golden Tail, but again, I was assuming I was going to discard it to the Fable the following turn. Okay. Let's just block with the Geothermal. I'll keep the 2/2s. Other option was to double block with 2 of the 2/2s. That's fine. Restoration sadly doesn't get back my Geothermal Kami. But we get to attack with all of these creatures this turn. And then just play out Fable and Golden Tail. They must have a Voltage Surge in their hand or something. Priority keeps being held with 1 mana. Well, joke's on you if I don't play anything worth surging. Yeah, maybe I should have just gotten the Tales of Master Sashiro online, actually. But I guess now, since we've made this line, we'll play the Golden Tail and plan on Tails on the Disciple instead. What are they doing over there? So they can equip the Katana to that. They get to rummage with that. I mean, if we want to make our restoration better, I can just chump with the Golden Tail, but I think the plan is to double block with Both samurai here. See if they have another trick. Sure, flame discharge, that's fine. So that was the trick they were holding open with 1 mana that last turn. Did they draw another removal spell? Wow, they did. Okay, impressive. So we're not going to attack here. Just plan on, again, double blocking. Setting up for a good Brilliant Restoration. 2 Disciples and a Bamboo Grove Archer at the moment. Wouldn't mind getting some extra value, though, so maybe we wait until the Fable of the Mirror Breaker also dies. Jeez, yeah. Alright, they're top decking very well. I guess we'll take 8. That's another insane draw. Alright, I mean, looking pretty good here for us. Let's go ahead and smack in for 3, see if they want a double block. Alright, I'm okay with that. We want to trade with the Ronin so they stop getting loot value. That also makes their captain worse. I don't think we need Life of Toshiro. I'd rather just dig for the Kami War. Doesn't feel like I can lose this game, but it feels like it's going to take a little while. Maybe not that long. If they don't draw another removal spell this turn, oh, that's a good draw. But if they don't have a removal spell this turn, Reflection of Kiki-Jiki starts copying the Tales of Master Seshiro. Okay. I do not mind this trade. Nice. Alright, so let's copy. Smack for 10. And then it's not a very exciting, but go ahead, just cast a Restoration, I guess. Actually, do we even need to? No, I guess we don't. We can just cast the 3/3 out. Okay. Alright, and that'll do it. We didn't even need to cast a Brilliant Restoration, but it was a nice backup plan to have in case they did draw some nasty stuff. Alright, 1-1 now. Game 2 finished. Let's move on to the next game. We just want to cast the Kami War at least once. That's the game plan. Or get like a nasty Brilliant Restoration for like 5 cards. Game 3. On the draw again, huh? I don't see how I mulligan this. This has every single color, right? Green, black, white, blue, and then red. But it looks like we'll be playing against a freaking ninja deck. I'm going to lead with Jungle Hollow here in case we draw exactly Life of Toshiro. So if we can Life of Toshiro the Disruptor next turn, that would be fantastic. We might just be dead, though. Ninja deck starts ninjutsuing stuff, and I fall too far behind. Like, if they have the Hacker here, that's gonna really suck. 3-2 Lifelinker is annoying, but that's better than them drawing extra cards, at least. Well, I mean, this game's gonna be over pretty quickly, it feels like. Not the matchup we want. Actually, we have like 3 Bamboo Grove Archers, but don't have any here, obviously. Jeez. Yeah, that is a very aggressive start. I mean, they only have 2 lands, but first creature I play, they can just disrupt her down and get in for more damage. So I'm going to minimum 9 here. This is definitely a game of Magic, isn't it? Oh yeah, we're just very dead. Good stuff. I don't even think that matters. What can you do sometimes? Yeah, I mean, on the draw versus a pretty nice ninja draw. Obviously, my hand was abysmal. Both of our losses have just come to like creature-based decks when I think we actually have good early game plays too, don't we? Yeah, we have so many early game plays. Like, I guess maybe I just need to mulligan more aggressively for my 2-drops, because I don't think we should be losing like this. Like, you can imagine just having one of my Bamboo Grove Archers there basically stops them in their tracks, or at least trades with their ambusher. Okay, we're on the play this time. Now we're looking for land, but we do have a turn 2 dog for it. Turn 2 dog hopefully finds us more lands, plus Kami buying back the dog is a really nice sequence. Hell, even drawing this Wanderer's Intervention last game would have just completely swung it, huh? Alright, phew. Did not want to have to sweat to draw land next turn, so that's ideal. Do need to find one more land next turn. That's fine. I'll probably use Intervention if they crew the hover bike this turn. Nice, alright. Love that sequence. Sunblade Samurai. We don't care about that. Looks like they don't care about taking 4 either. Let's go dog here. Try to find a tap land. No land. Just hard cast out one of our bamboos. Can block the hover bike if they're not careful. Really need to get to 6 mana. That's annoying. That's not too bad. That card doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm okay to double block here and trade. We've got the value off the dog now already anyways. And we can just... Ugh. This is really gonna suck if they just start looting and finding a bunch of action before I can dump out my hand by finding some lands. So, I could have played out the Life of Toshiro last turn, because on the flip side it does add mana for instants and sorcery, so it would help cast, for example, the the Imperial Oath. Uh-oh, they didn't realize I have reach. Okay, that's a good draw, though. Let's go Grafted Growth here and pass. Let's hold up both Safekeeping and Intervention. And they're gonna loot. Only 2 cards left in their hand. So feeling good about that. There's a land for us. I'll go ahead and slam the Imperial Oath here, even though that means I have shields down for a turn. So I'm going to top the island. And that gives me all 5 colors for Kamigawa, plus it lets me play Oath, plus hold up Safekeeping next turn. It would appear that they are just flooding out if they continuously are activating their terminal. Okay, I'm gonna smack in for 6. And let's go for the aggro Wanderer's Intervention here. Alright, that worked out. Could have also Life of Toshiro'd there as well. That's fine. Play pick 4. And awkwardly, I'm going to play a post-combat Tales of Master Sashiro now. Just to start getting it online. That was probably a bad sequence, but whatever. Alright, 3-6, another 4-4. Let's make another 4-4 here. Those are all pretty good. So I'm going to draw Michiko's first. And then we're going to draw the Geothermal to bounce the Michikos. And then we're going to draw Commune, which can dig us towards Kamigawa. Speaking of. I don't think they have a good attack with this, though. I don't really care if they eat 3 of my 2/2s. That's fine. Okay. We go... Michiko's... I think they're just dead here. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I mean, they drew pretty poorly, and our draw was alright. We kind of just ground them out by doing a little bit more powerful things while they were flooding out, it looked like. Got to 2 wins. Let's see if we can get a few more. Again, I want to just... Kamigawa game. We drafted Kamigawa Pick 1, Pack 1. We warped our mana base to play it. Haven't drawn it once, so... Let's get it. Kami. Where is it? Once again on the draw. Hand is fine? Yeah, it's fine. Turn 1 Jungle Hollow, turn 2 Forest, Terrarium for a white source. Turn 3 Disciple. Go from there, hope we're gonna find some other goodies. Okay, that's not bad. And also dig deeper for potentially a land. Ganjo Exemplar. Okay, we did draw a plane, so now we can go tutor up a red source here. That way, if we draw Fable, we can cast that next turn instead. Sure, so I'm going to take 3. This is gonna suck if they have a removal spell here and I just fall behind because I haven't drawn any of my damn, 2-mana 3/3s. I'm gonna go ahead and trade here even though they have Norika, which means they can recast the Exemplar from their graveyard. We just want to buy time right now. I could just play out... Yeah, I'm gonna play out the Kami this turn. That way, if they plan on attacking with the Norika and trying to replay their Exemplar, we get to block and threaten a trade. Because if I just go like Commune and Michiko's, then they get to attack for free and get back their enchantment. Alright, I'm gonna block. That's good for us. And if they want to just cast their Cultivation on their Mana Dork, that's okay too. Sweet, I'm okay with that. Slightly awkward draw, not gonna lie. Life of Toshiro. I think we just want the 6th land here for sure. We don't need any more black, right? No, we don't. I'd actually rather load up on green. I'm gonna go ahead and play out the Michiko's just to start trying to get it online. So next turn we have Imperial Oath. Do a little scry business. Maybe they have like a Tanuki here or something. Oh, maybe Kami bounced their Cultivation was their plan. That's pretty cute, sure. They could just make another Mana Dork or whatever. Man. I mean, I don't even want a Plains. The safekeeping is surprisingly not bad, though. Yeah, I think we'll draw the safekeeping, bottom the Plains. Next turn we can play Tails, plus hold up safekeeping. It seems alright. I'm not gonna block this. It's one of the best uncommons. 4/4 reach that draws a card to gain some life. Alright, put Michiko's. Tails. Let's make Michiko's a 4/4 here. Pass. That is gross. That's only a pump for 2 right now, though, so it's not the worst. I'm gonna take 6. It's fine. Sure, don't care about that. That will add their Michiko's as extra pump, but Let's just keep making our portrait larger. It's another good draw. Do I need to play this out? 1, 2, 3. That's going to pump up to a 7/6. I don't think we do. Just in case they randomly have one of the big dragon flyers, I think we hold the Grove Archer. I think the plan is just to jump with the dog this turn. So our Portrait of Michiko shrinks, but that's not bad. It is a very large creature, okay. I wanted to draw land there so I could Imperial Oath plus hold up restoration, or plus hold up safekeeping, but they're hellbent, so yeah, I don't mind just casting another Oath here. There's Fable. That is fantastic, actually. Let's leave all 3 on top. Pass. Right now we have Companion and Golden Tail Disciple in our graveyard. But we can play the Fable next turn, get the 2/2. On the following turn, we can like discard Grove Archer and maybe even the Wanderer's Intervention if we want to. Okay, that's fine. With this many 2/2s, it's super hard for them to make a good attack. But surprisingly, because we have Restoration, as odd as this seems, I'm actually supposed to trade away my Portrait of Michiko. Because we have a plan here. Yeah, I definitely think I'm supposed to discard Intervention and Bamboo Grove Archer. Okay, this is good. Great, love it. This is so good for our Brilliant Restoration. Alright, so let's just discard the Grove Archer, draw that other Plains. Play Plains. We do want to attack with the token here for the treasure, because that'll give us quad white for next turn. Alright, they did double block, so don't get to ruin their day with Intervention, but we have a lovely plan. So let's go block here, take 4. And then after damage, but still while in combat, finish off their 5/5. It's okay, that doesn't have trample or anything, it's just a fat creature. Alright, good stuff. Land, restoration. Boom, baby. Let's go. Oh, whoops. I needed to target the 2/2 there with the Michiko so I could attack for huge amounts of damage. That was a small mistake. But, I mean, it feels like we're gonna be pretty hard-pressed to lose this. Because next turn we get to make a huge Golden Tail Disciple to gain a bunch of life back. Okay. Keep that alive for sure. We draw Kamigawa, please. Where is it? So make this bigger. Make this bigger. We have so many different huge plays we can make this turn. Geothermal Kami bouncing any number of these cards is kind of insane. I think I'm going to start pumping one of my other creatures here. And then let's just pass. Reflection can copy the Spirited Companion so we can draw some extra cards. Darn, another arrest. So, now what we can do is... There it is. Now what we can do is Geothermal Kami the reflection of Kiki-Jiki. Although it looks like with the Kami War, we don't even need to worry about any of that. This is very much over. They probably end up scooping to this, right? They have good blocks, but it doesn't matter. We can just grind out way too much value. Alright, we got to do everything this game. Beautiful. I'm not even going to play out the Geothermal Kami. We can bounce the Kami War next turn if we really want. I should have held that card, because now I can bounce their Blossom Prancer and make them discard it. But I think what I'm going to do is bounce the Arrest and make them discard that instead. And then we can just, like, get copying any number of things here, and it doesn't really matter. Could just bounce this too if we want. I guess that's probably fine. 2, 3, 4. Bounce the War. Recast it. Now we're kind of just clicking on cards. It doesn't really matter. Game's very over. Alright. We were dirtling there. We were having a good time. Optimal plays be damned. Fun plays, you betcha. Got the 3 wins. Let's go, go, go. Get a couple more. Game number 5. Hey, on the play with a great hand? Kami War already in it. Let's go. Turn 2 dog. Might even play out the Grove Archer turn 3 if we want just some defense. Hopefully we can find a 4th land for Kami bouncing back the companion next turn as well. Red-black Aki Ronin. We're aching for a land. Aching for a land next turn is the dream. Well, that's kind of a land. Can find a land, I guess. And more green or more white here. Yeah, sadly this doesn't help us cast Kami War, because we already have a green source, a blue source, and a white source. I don't remember if I have any double green or double white in this. Oh, I have... What am I talking about? I have the quad white card. Okay. That's silly of me. That'd be pretty funny if I took the forest there. Ooh, containment construct with the Aki Ronin. That's some good synergy. So they can discard a card by attacking, and then be able to play that card. Okay, looks like they're not. They're just going to ping me for 1. I'm good with that. And yeah, we will play the Kami, bouncing the dog. Bolstering our life total, getting another card draw. So we still need a black and a red source before we can cast the Kami War. But if we can find one more land, Imperial Oath presumably digs us a little bit deeper. This is a strange attack. Okay. A discarded land. So they can play that from their graveyard. Alright, I mean, I'll double block. Go ahead and just make them do something here. Sure. Take that all day. It's fine. Let's play the dog out first. Try to find a land. Beautiful. And then I'm going to go with Bamboo Grove Archer here, holding up Intervention in case they decide to... actually, I guess I can attack for 2. Gain some life back. That's a good one. Dog down. Okay, let's... I'm gonna eat the construct here, or at least attempt to. See what they do. Maybe they just have another ambitious assault. So... that's still just a trade. I think I'm okay with the trade, and I just want to kill their shrine here. That was a good trade for me. Imperial Oath is probably going to be very good versus them. There's a black source. We don't need this Kami. Okay. I could hold the land in my hand for Virus Beetles and stuff, but I don't really mind discarding the Golden Tail Disciple, or actually discarding the Kami War, since we have the Restoration in our deck somewhere to get it back anyways. Synthesizer on March of Wretched Sorrow. That's pretty good. They're going to be incentivized to cast that, kill my Golden Tail. So they're going to cast it for at least 3. They're probably just going to mass cast it for all of it. I will happily triple block this. Before they can get another creature on the battlefield for the value of the 1/1 counter. Okay. Again, presumably they're just gonna Wretched Sorrow my Golden Tail for 5, gain 5 life. So they'll go back up to 21, we'll hit them down to 17, we'll play our Golden Tail in our tap land. Game's honestly pretty even still. I mean, I have board priority, but they're gonna make a 2/3 on their next turn, plus they have Synthesizer for extra value, plus a 2/2. Roadside Reliquary, good land. Oh, and now they have an artifact and enchantment, so they can draw 2 cards. Okay, well, we just sit back. We're at 26 life, so no fear there. They do have a bunch of cards in their hand now, but not currently concerned with the way things look. Annoying, but not the worst. Alright, let's make the double block and hope they don't have a removal spell. If they do have another removal spell, so be it. Oh, they can Biting Palm Ninja my Kami War if they want to. I don't even know if they want to do that. I feel like they'd rather... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I feel like they'd rather keep the Menace counter on it, so that... I don't know if that was actually a good play by them. Well, now they know I have a Plains in my hand, I might as well run it out. Yeah, I don't think that made any sense. I mean, it was fine, I guess. But they could probably have put me on at least having one land in my hand. I don't mind taking 4 if they want to attack. Alright, so we go life. Put on one of the 2/2s, attack with that 2/2, that turns into a 3/3. Sure. Imperial Oath's so good versus these aggro decks. Again, I don't mind taking another 4 here. We had a pretty huge life buffer, so... Okay, we take another 1. Pump. And we want to pump the non-3/3 so that we can attack with 2 creatures. Next turn, our Tales of Master Sashiro is going to flip into a 5/5 Vigilance. Yep. And we are looking good. It is good to trade here. Because that wasn't doing anything anyways. Now we smack for 9. They do get another 2/2 this turn. Looks good for us, though. And that's a fantastic draw, too. That probably locks it up. So, forced block. Okay, that was a good draw. Wow. Gain 1, draw 2. But looks like they just flooded out, so... Alright, good beats. Yeah, turns out, like, again, didn't even matter that they took the Kami War from my hand because it was uncastable anyways. Not sure if the menace on their 3/3 would have mattered in the end, but... Up to 4 wins! Games where I cast the Kami War are games we win. Can we get up to 5? Stay tuned to find out. Game number 7. It's a little bit awkward, but it is a good hand. We have to decide if we want to grab a black or a red source with Terrarium currently. We have to decide how lucky we are to get a red source with Terrarium. We will discard... I guess we're going to well, I have Fable with safekeeping. I guess we'll discard the Plains, even though it's a little bit awkward. So we do have a quad white source in our deck, but this is still just too good, I think. Sure. Let's gain 2. Let's go ahead and Terrarium. Grab a red source. And the next turn we get to play Fable plus hold up Tamio Safekeeping on it. Pretty nice. Not Tales of Master Toshiro. Life of Toshiro Umezawa also lets us cast Imperial Oath a turn early. Oh, this is really, really good for us. We are looking fantastic. So probably going to discard the Bamboo Grove Archer to the Fable. Go from there. I think I want to keep my token alive. That is indestructible too, doesn't it? Yeah, they can't even attack. Let's discard Grove Archer, and I like discarding the Forest here as well, oddly. And then we get to go... I was going to say attack with the 2/2, but they're going to probably tap it down, which is okay, because we still get to cast our Imperial Oath here off of that memory, like I was saying. We'll draw another Oath. They have a lot of cards they need to deal with. Hidetsugu is really freaking good, though. Yeesh. Well, let's just cast another Imperial Oath. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll draw Michiko's. That's going to allow us to start attacking a little bit. Actually, I can probably start attacking with everything like next turn if I want to as well. Just go super wide. I like that. My guess is that they're going to kill my Reflection with Hidetsugu on their upkeep. So they must have hit like a 2-drop or a 3-drop that they can cast here. Yep. Oh. And they hit a Flare too. So they get to kill 2 creatures. But this taps them out. So now I get to attack with everything. Like, I guess they kill my 2/2 that makes a treasure. Right? That's fine. Now we get to hit him for 1,000,000. There's no way they're attacking here, is it? Is there? Or maybe they'll just make a 3/1. It makes sense for them to make a 3/1 with that for an extra blocker. Yeah, I like that play. Okay, so let's go... I mean, I'm supposed to put this on the white source, but... Go here. And then Michiko's on one of the 2/2s. Then we attack with everything. Very fast clock. So they take 11, they go to 9. Turns out Hidetsugu's not very good when it's by itself and you're facing down a large amount of samurai. So again, if you haven't played this format before, I think you can tell how good these Imperial Oaths have been. And with 6 mana next turn, what I get to do is I get to Michiko's targeting one of the samurai. Kami back the Michiko's. And then Michiko's another samurai. They drew another player. Very good for them. I guess it's technically better to do with the memory of Toshiro. Attack with everything. They chump the 7/8. They eat a 2/2. They take 6. They do get to scry too, but again, I don't think they're going to be able to come back from this one. So Michiko is going to trigger again next turn, pump up one of the samurai. Then I terrarium one of the other samurai, so we have like 5 lethal creatures, 4 lethal creatures with power 3 or greater by themselves. Wow, double top? I'm not sure what they could do here, but I'm excited to see. What can they ever hit here? That's the question. What on earth could they hit with that? Is there a way they can give Hidetsugu lifelink? I don't remember. That doesn't do it. They go to 5. So they can block, they can shoot, but they're still just very dead here. Even if they hit Voltage Surge, I don't think they can survive this. Nice. Right. Hey, confidence rising. We are now, what, 5-2? After a rough start. I think we started with 1-2. We have rattled off 4 in a row now. Things are looking on the up and up. Hopefully we can do Kami War at least one more time, or maybe even just Restoration one more time. Okay, okay. Next game, hand is fine. Not amazing, but fine. Uh-oh. Turn 1 Okiba Reckoner Raid is one of the most annoying things in the format. There are so many good 1-drops in the format, it's crazy. It looks like they're going to be on red-black aggro. That actually makes me a little bit happier to see than if they were on black-blue. Because if they were on ninjas with a turn 1 Okiba Reckoner Raid, I would be much more upset. Because I drew the safekeeping, I'm a little bit tempted to not run out the Golden Tail. But it's just so much more mana efficient to do so. Like, I hope they don't have a removal spell here. So if I get to untap, go Grafted Growth plus hold up Golden Tail. Safekeeping for Golden Tail, I'm gonna feel really good. Fine. If they have a ninjutsu, they got me, but I'm not gonna double block that right now. Even on blue. Oh, maybe they are on ninjas. So they're just splashing red for something. It's a good draw too. I think I'm just gonna hold up the safekeeping here. Although I could have gone the growth into Michiko's. I think we wait. I have a feeling we're gonna get ninja'd, and it's not gonna feel very good. Okay, that's good for us. Maybe they were looking for land? That's really good for us. Lead off with Commune. Gross, 2 bricks. Go with the Michiko's. Pump our fat lifelinker. Hit him for 8, gain 7. Gain another one off of hollow. So we do have white, green, black, and blue/red. But we are flooding out kind of miserably, so... Need them to not have much here. This Twisted Embrace. Oh, Twin Shot Sniper. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to bother safekeeping the dog. Okay. So I still have 3 enchantment/artifacts, so this is still going to become a 6/7 lifelink next turn. But I need to draw some action. You know, this is pretty awkward. Generous Visitor is supposed to be in the early game. Not on turn 8, where I don't have any more enchantments. I actually think we've fallen behind now. That doesn't matter. Glad we had the Visitor. Okay. Well, they're hellbent, so... I mean, yeah, they have more flyers, and I can't really do anything anymore, but... I'm gonna guess our top decks are stronger on average than theirs. Like that. That is delicious. So we just pass here. We don't even mind drawing a land next turn because we have the Fable to pitch both. Grafted Growth. We don't pitch the growth, though. It's too good. Ooh! Hello. Green one. Do this. I guess we are supposed to pump up the golden tail so that I can attack into the puzzle maker. We need to attack right now while they can't pump up the infiltrator, I think. Okay, I like this. So 4 power eats the 2/3 and the 1/1. I'm okay with that. And then 5 power eats the... I think we let the captain stay alive, eat the sniper? No, I guess the menace is more important, and the flyer. Okay, and then let's safe keep. I guess we're supposed to safe keep the Golden Tail Disciple because the Portrait of Michiko is going to shrink anyways. Good. Clean board now. Not to mention, if they don't draw a discard effect, we get to Kami War them next turn. Beautiful. It's aggressive. That is very aggressive. Oh, that's actually lethal, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, the auto tapper. Oh, wait. Was there any way I could have... I think there was a way I could have floated black and cast the Life of Toshiro and kill them, but... I guess I would have had to manually tap and paid attention. Let's see, this would have been... black, white, green... No, maybe there wasn't anyway. Yeah, never mind. In any case, the only thing we didn't get to do is brilliant restoration here. Let's go! Alright, 6-2 now. We've rattled back from the brink of despair. From the gutters of 1-2 to the castle of 6-2. We now fight our final boss. For all the biscuits. Let's get that trophy. Okay, on to our final game here. What a hand. I'm greedy. I don't think I'm this greedy. Let's mulligan down to 6. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna pitch a land here since we're on the draw. I think we'd rather keep all of our spells. Alright, swamp off the top. One time. Swamp, 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 swamp. Swamp. Kind of adjacent. Katana. Oh, the opponent's missing lands, though. So we drew our 4th land, which means we get to go Disciple this turn into Grafted Growth plus Life of Toshiro next turn. They can't equip this unless they pay 3, right? Yeah, and that has to be a Samurai or Warrior for the 1 mana equip, so... Oh! Let's see if they do it. Alright, I guess I'm gonna take 3. Oh! I guess it makes sense to leave it back, but we get to punish them. We get to go Grafted Growth here on the plains. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the Life of Toshiro online. Pumping makes more sense than gaining life because we add two more points of damage and we still gain the 2 life, obviously. And then Imperial Oath next turn into Tales of Master Seshiro looks really juicy. If we can keep the pressure on before the opponent stabilizes with all the cards in their hand, since we know they're on mono spells, that is going to be our way to win it. But if they have something like Fade into Antiquity on my Disciple this turn, then all of a sudden, you know, it's back to parity. They did find a 4th land too. They are attacking. Boseju's really, really good. It is slow though. So it looks like they're committing to taking a bunch more damage this turn. I almost want to play the Seshiro out instead, but Oath and Scrying looks too juicy. Alright, man. If you have never cast Imperial Oath into Imperial Oath, you're missing out in this format, because casting back-to-back just feels like you can't lose the game in these type of situations, you know? Even if they just cast a fatty here, we have so many creatures, we just get to go super wide on them. There's like one card in the format that scares me. It's going to be like Spinning Wheel Kick, which is like a green-green XX. One of your creatures deals X damage to all of X creatures or something. I don't remember the exact wording, but with 6 mana, they would get to kill 2 creatures, 8 mana 3. I guess that's less annoying when I have just a bunch of 2/2s that are kind of expendable. That's good. They get to make their... Oh, that's... I guess that's a little bit weird, but not that weird. I was going to say, I thought they were going to put that on their companion so they could block all the 2/2s, but... Man, this is another turn where Master Seshiro is pretty good. Master Seshiro on Disciple attack with everything, I think, is the pressure we want to put online. Nice. Alright, so they take 6. They're going to flip their Boseiju, but... I think this is okay. They did have a Fade into Antiquity, alright. And a blocker, sure. Do this on the Vigilance creature. Don't think the Geothermal's worth it here, but the Commune is good. I mean, they've stabilized. We know they still have a bunch of spells in their hand, so... While we are very far ahead on life, and they're still pretty close to dead on board, this is not a guarantee. And I'm still missing a color, aren't I? I have white, red, green, and then the black and the blue are overlapping currently. Now let's see it. Where's your Spinning Wheel Kick for 2? Kill my 3/3, kill my 2/3. I know it's coming. We haven't seen it all draft. Kick me. Kick me. Do they want to bounce and gain 3? I like it. I think that's a decent play. And they're going to gain another 3 next turn, too. Wait, did they just kill them? No, they're at 1 on board. I attack with everything I can put them to 1. So I need to find, like, grafted growth with this. No, that doesn't work. What do I need to find? Well, let's cast it. Not what we needed. So attack with all. They would go to 1. They would eat my 5/5. They would eat my 2/3. They would bounce off the 3/3, take 6. I'm not missing lethal here, right? Alright. We sit and we wait. We can hold the Bamboo Grove Archer in our hand. There's no reason to cast it out. Brutal. So there's a bunch of garbage on the bottom of our library, at least. No artifacts or enchantments in the graveyard for restoration if we draw that. Yeah. And they are very, very much stabilized. Okay, well that gives us Kamigawa mana. So we have the blue, the green, the white, the red, the black. There we go. Remember, Memory of Toshiro does not cast anything but instants and sorceries, so... That kills our... that exiles our Sashiro. Ooh, that's bad. Yeah, we're losing now, big time. Not a great attack by them. Can only kill 2 creatures here. Yeah, I guess we block like this. Keep the lifelinker. They can kill my 3/3 and my 2/3. That's fine, though. This pumps for 2 right now. Well, I guess it doesn't look like they have many flyers. So let's play this out. We'll play the Michikos. We don't need life, so I'm going to pump up a Vigilance creature. Plus, we don't really care if one of our tokens dies. They'd have to double block it. So this is a good attack. Okay. Huh. Pumping their Preserver and not their Lifelinker is slightly awkward. Not sure if that was just a slight oversight or something. The Kunai does the damage, right? Not the creature. Yeah, okay. So if they put that on the Naturalist, they wouldn't gain life. I think they're supposed to just main phase kill my 2/3 Lifelinker. Makes the Michikos worse. Two cuffs. Alright, I'm gonna target a 2/2 then. Okay. Now we make the same play. So they can block with 4/4, 1/4, 1/4. I'm okay with that. I almost want to eat one of their cuffs, but since they have a second now, I don't think we'd do that. If they just had the one cuff still, I think I might. Man, how is this game so grindy? Crazy, crazy, crazy. So this is another pump for 4. One, 2, 3, 4. I guess we do it here. Man, it's super awkward. I'm not supposed to cast the terrarium out, because I don't want to shuffle. Or at least I don't want to search for a land, because I don't want to shuffle. Because we know the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards are not Restoration or Kami War. So I'm going to play it and not shuffle. I guess pump up my lifelinker. Very weird. I guess I could have... Maybe I could have just left the terrarium on the battlefield for the Michikos. The Michikos would have been one bigger. It would have been a 1, 2, 3... It would have been a 5/5 if I left the terrarium on the battlefield. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have sacrificed it yet. This is a crazy game, dude. Okay. Now I'm getting punished for not pumping my Grove Archer. Yeah, we're definitely losing. We just have a huge life buffer, so we have time to find one of our relevant cards. Yikes, that's another fatty. Kami War's gotta be draw number 1. Fable's probably good. Alright, well, we are running out of time. Hold the land now for Fable. Jeez, is that their third Boseiju reaches skyward? Yikes. Oh, they don't even have any more forest left. I guess in theory they should be moving around. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. There it is. We do need to blow up the Moth, as that can tap down afterwards. But the funny thing is the Kami War doesn't even do anything here, because they have 2 Branch of Boseijus with reach and 2 Cuffs giving stuff reach. So, in fact, the best place the Kami War could go is in the graveyard for my eventual Brilliant Restoration. As hilarious as that is, that's the truth. Hopefully they play out whatever the last card in their hand is. Okay, that's a big punt. Because now we get to make them discard it. So now we can deal with one of their branches. That was a big mistake on their part. Fantastic luck for us. Yeah, they recognized it now. That effectively just killed an 11-11 with reach, so... One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. 2, 3, 4... Oh, wait, we can just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the bottom 8 are blanks. The top 9 cards have what we're looking for. Namely the Fable of the Mirror Breaker first. Because Fable flips, copies Kami, Kami bounces Kami War, and then we just start eating every single permanent. Oh. That's bad for us. They get to recast Boseiju. Blech. Portrait of Michiko is only getting smaller, so... Correct a trade-off there. Plus it's an enchantment for Brilliant if we find it. So what would they give me back? They'd give me my Terrarium back? Okay. So that is a 14-13. Now it is a 15-17. That is a very large creature, huh? No vigilance, though. They have 9 cards left in their deck, but now they have another fat reach creature. We have a lot of good draws. I think I just start off by chumping with the 4-4 with reach. Until we draw Brilliant, I don't really want to chump with Okagachi. That's fine. What a crazy game. Dude, this video's hour and 40 minutes long right now. My god. Well, at least I'm having a much better time in this format. So funny we opened the Kami War. First flashback of the format. There that is. Okay. I mean... guess we just pass again. I would not be surprised to see them make a big attack. I really need them to not top deck like an Exile Effect or an Arrest for my Okagachi. I need to be able to chump this turn. In fact, we will definitely chump with the Golden Tail Disciple too if they make an attack with like both Boseijus. Come on, attack with one more. Six, 10, 13. I mean, technically I can kill it. I guess that's correct. 6, 10, 13. Yeah. They have no cards in their hands, so it doesn't matter when I cast this. They're probably not thinking of Brilliant Restoration. Kami War. Let's eat the branch. And they give it up. Let's go, baby! Alright, a final fitting end. Our final boss, 6-2 match. We got to do it all. We got to Kami War, we got to Brilliant Restoration. And, yeah. I love this format. I mean, I played it into the dirt, like... I'm glad it was a nice break between the last time I played it, but man... Kami War, a couple of Imperial Oath, Brilliant Restoration, Fable. That's exactly what I remember of Neon Dynasty, and baby, was that fun. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed that flashback draft. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy seeing this type of draft instead of, like, Baldur's Gate? Anyways, we'll see you back tomorrow. Thanks for watching.